And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative. We're now on patch 1.0.25. This was a run started on release candidate 6. This is the day the game officially releases in proverbial 1.0. We're technically not playing on 1.0, we're playing on 1.025 or 1.0.25. Which is, well, this is what comes up if you put in the experimental patch, or beta patch? I don't necessarily want to describe it. But this is appropriate if you started a run on the experimental patch prior to 1.0 coming out, which is what we did. So let's pop down to Earth. We'll review our sort of situation here. On Earth, we do have an alien nation. There's an alien nation here. It is a bit on the weak side, controlling basically Palestine and Damascus. Damascus is where the aliens landed, so they took it over. They then ran into a united Palestine-Israel. I think the resistance liberated Israel, but I think it's been taken back over by the servants in the meantime. And right now there's fighting going on in Damascus. We, as part of our expansion, liberated Germany. I think we're in the process of maybe kicking people back out of Germany. We'll see about that. We liberated Poland to keep the servants from nuking people trying to take over Damascus. We took Russia away from the servants, but we pretty much started Singapore, which is maybe why Singapore is going so well, and the Gulf states. The Gulf states could be doing a little bit better, but we were actually spoiling in the Gulf states at one point, so we're trying to improve the environment there before turning it into basically raising standard of living. Then we went into, I think originally we tried going into China. We got all but 1 point in China, and then we saw an opportunity to pick up India, which is why India is authoritarian. The opportunity was it had a civil war. So we rolled into India with the loyal government. We're currently improving the government so that we can integrate places like Nepal and Bangladesh without having to send the troops in. Bhutan's a little bit far out. And then we've got Afghanistan there, which we probably... Well, Afghanistan, much like Pakistan, I think we have to invade with India. We want to add that to the growing India. China... We're probably about ready that if I wanted to try doing... Oh no, we're waiting on the tech. We still got a tech we're teching. We're developing Liberate Mainland China, so we can feed China to the other China, to the Taiwan. Partially in an attempt to see if we can get them away from the resistance, and or everyone's at war with the pro-alien faction. So there's a chance that if we weaken China enough, someone will try to take the resistance point off of the resistance, and then we can take it back without having to pick a fight with the resistance. And then Taiwan is also nice because of its high democracy. Yeah, that's what we're working on. I suppose we can be... That's actually one thing I think I should probably strive to do, is expand Russia. Space-wise, we've got a fleet in Earth orbit. We really need to get a fleet probably in Mars and Mercury, working on particle colliders, which is one way to sort of industrially produce antimatter, which is what we're going to probably try to do for our drives. Oh, I didn't realize this eats a whole radioactive per month. That actually makes that quite expensive to operate, but antimatter is antimatter after all. We may need more. We need more radioactives. We're getting a monthly income of 26. We'd only be able to run like 24 particle colliders. And I think particle collider that's the tier 1, yeah. So if that keeps going up as it levels up, that could be an issue. We're doing alien red teaming to make points we take from servants and protectorates harder for the aliens to take back. And then in the globals, we're working on antimatter mass production to go into antimatter propulsion, and then mission to the outer planets. At which point we probably don't really care what the human factions do with the control. So we're probably getting to the point where we can start to back off on control. We just basically want those 2 chains done, and then we're going to focus on internal projects. Ship-wise, we've only got 1 real big fleet, although it's a pretty heavily armed and armored fleet. It is tempting to up-armor them, but right now I think we're going to save up the resources and try to get fleets going in other systems. Primarily the moon, or not the moon, Mars and Mercury. I do have a Mars orbital, don't I? No, apparently I should have two. Should have one at Lagrange. There's the Mars orbital. And one not at Lagrange. That is not the location I was thinking of. Although that's a perfectly fine location. That definitely serves a purpose. We've got a layered defensive array, we've got a farm, this is our skunk works. This is the nanofactory I've been repairing things with on Mars as they blow up, presumably. I think we have another one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. The other one is our partially built shipyard. I should probably strive to upgrade this shipyard. So let's actually start working. We're going to upgrade the center. We're going to upgrade the shipyard. And then we need more power. Yeah. And then if I want more shipyards, I need more power. Although I could wait until we get this up to tier 3 and we straight build the tier 3 ones. That'll probably be the best way to do it. After doing all the upgrades. Okay, so we'll wait a little bit on there. We're not too worried about the Mars fleet going. And then Mercury is going to take a little bit longer. I'm not going to send a colony ship down there. I'm just going to have to throw a ring hab down there. Ooh, 1.3 boost to launch from Earth. That's actually quite a bit. Although, not a lot of time, just a lot of boost. And I've got the boost. So that's not too bad. Is that an interface thing? No, all the locations are about the same. Or I could send the tier 1 and we can upgrade it. That would be a lot more affordable in boost. Although we got boost. That's not the concern. In fact, I'm actually willing to spend the boost just to skip the level up process. We'll just drop this in extreme Mercury orbit, and in 180 days or so, we will have our ring founded at Mars. And we'll probably put some sort of like nanofab there, so we can build the other stuff up faster with space resources. Okay, our current councils have missions. At some point, I should go get turncoats and other factions. Oh, and I need to get someone on the
ready
cycling. You're following an alien. Do I want to continue following that alien? We're looking at like a 15% chance to capture him. Unless he kind of comes into our territory, we're not in a good position to capture or kill. Yeah, we got an even worse chance to kill. Okay, let's ignore him. Let's come back up here. Chase the servants out of our. Oh, interesting. That's because it got some more support.
Turning up the heat.
Yeah, we'll still take them out. I can pay the influence cost. We got lots of influence coming in.
Power.
Thinking about that, I should spend some of that influence. Direct investment, funding. Let's shift for one. Yeah. And then if I need more mission control, I suppose we could be buying mission control as well. Although, there's actually not much more to buy in India. We're about to finish in India. China has quite a bit more, although China has the resistance I need to kick out. You're full. Oh, we get 2 there. 1, 1, yeah. So I suppose most of our main places we're actually running out of places to put mission control. The places we take over with Russia may be the exception to that rule. Augments, we got 28 XP. Did you want investigate? You have crackdown. Okay, so that works. Could also save up and get more command, but I think we're good with just the crackdown purge mix right now. So let's go investigate. And then you're on investigate because you're otherwise capped. Although I may need to be getting mentally ready for some of our people are looking just a little old. So we may have some more dying due to old age soon, which would be a setback, but we can probably manage it. Okay, let's confirm our new assignments, let some time pass. And yeah, we've got about 100 free mission control, so we can probably get both fleets, get a fleet going at Mars and a fleet going at Mercury. And then we need to get a little bit aggressive at that point, because we'll need to get mission control going, which is probably hams at Mercury or hams at Mars. Project Exodus is launching towards a station. Is that my station? Yes. They're coming for my space base. This is the one where we've got. Oh, this is the Climate Institutes. This is interesting choice. Am I hostile with was Exodus? No, I'm actually at war with Exodus. Okay, so let's respond to that. We've got a fleet. We can push the fleet out to Duarte. They're arriving 3 days. We just gotta beat them in 3 days, which is pretty easy to do. We'll save fuel and we'll still get there in 10. Okay.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
It may be worth trying to reach out to calm them down.
In our direction.
Because I don't need to be at war with anyone who isn't pro-alien. Okay, crackdown was successful. Although we are going to defend ourselves. So, except neither side chooses to engage yet. So they looked at the fleet and were like, yeah, we don't want to pick a fight with that.
Target secure.
We squat upon a dying world, sucking it dry long past the point when it can still sustain us, and yet an entire galaxy of possibility beckons. Why are we so short-sighted? When will we see that there is nothing left for us here? Director Khalid Al-Ashqar, social media post.
Okay. So, we completed antimatter research, and we're going to follow it up with antimatter propulsion, which is going to take a while to research.
We're in control here.
Okay. So they're going to Hilbenko, so they're going to one of our other stations. I'm actually going to do something a little weird. We're going to go back up to our gas station. Oh, they're going up to the gas station in particular. Okay, that really just works for me. Go back to the gas station. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to try to reach out to them to get them to calm down. Otherwise, we're going to have to blow the fleet up. And I'd rather they use that fleet to find the aliens.
What's the op?
Okay, we don't know enough information to track the aliens down. What's the status of the structures? Have I got them out of all my locations? Yes, for the moment. So let's clear that
Heading to the LZ.
alien stuff.
Reporting in.
And then let's do a surveillance mission there. We think someone's doing some sort of motion on our stuff, which we'd prefer them not to do. And then you're
Standing
gonna
by
have
for
you
orders.
do defend interest to do some damage control there.
Securing our control.
And yeah, I think we've public campaign there
What
enough,
do you
so we
need
can move you to public campaign over, which is also sort of damage
Public.
control. Although it's damage control in areas that are new, which is why we need the damage control there. Let's try to also fight that alien army. Oh, do I have knowledge where the resistance is? No, we have knowledge of where the servants are. Let's figure out. Well, I suppose we can turn our servants and hope the servants find the Exodus. So we want to calm Exodus down. It's probably a good way to think about it. I ran out of nobles. What costs so much nobles? Ah, the ship fuel. Ship fuel. Did not expect to be going through that much fuel. Okay. Apparently didn't account for my nobles' cost to be quite so high. Okay. We're going to engage them because I actually need nobles. So at this point, we're just going to accept their stuff. So, okay. Okay, so they're running away. We're not gonna bid KPS to actually chase them.
Securing our interests.
Initiating recon.
Offering counsel.
Okay, that's also a problem with potentially building new fleets, is right now my only engine is the thing that's going to heal and nobles. That's a different station. That's annoying, because I don't really got the fuel to be chasing these guys around.
Person of
I'm
interest
just going to have to let them
surveilled.
blow it up, which is a pain.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Yeah, so I need to track down people. Probably try to get the non-pro-alien
Target destroyed.
factions sort of back to tolerated. Probably in the process try to buy some nobles if we can. We locate what we're looking for. No, not right away.
Eyes on target.
Ready for orders. We'll see what they're up to.
Okay. So the station problem in Earth is a little annoying. Other than buying nobles from Earth orbit to fix that. That's not easy to do. I got the boost, I can put another hab up there to replace the missing one. Now, the question is, which of my orbitals did I lose? Oops, wrong button. There we go. So we got space, 2 life. Oh no. Social space, 2 life, Xeno, info, military, materials. Okay, so I think I just lost one of these habs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or maybe I'm missing one. Missing energy. Ah, they hit my energy one. Okay, I've lost the energy one. So the new one needs to become the energy one. Okay. Battle station. Solar farm. Solar farm. Agri-complex. Energy Institute has metal upkeep, or has noble upkeep, which is a little bit of an issue because we're a little low on that at the moment, but we still want to build this, at least 3 of these. And its build cost associated with that. Okay. Let's build 3 solar farms first, because I think we're going to need at least some power to power that. Actually, that should be enough power to get the 3 energy going. A solar farm. Admin tower. Where is Operations Center? Don't have the metal to build it. Okay, so we're going to hold off now until we build up more metal. Well, I'm saying metal, noble metals. We're short noble metals.
Offering support.
So I was thinking about doing that. No, we got India 5 or 55 going out already. So yeah, I need to reach out to the other factions and try to get nobles off them. Don't think we were struggling with metal. Well, I don't even think at this point we're really struggling with noble metals. Except for the fact that the HRN drive eats a bunch. So every time we have to send the fleet somewhere, it eats all our nobles. Okay, so we've got the loyalty on them, so we can go ahead and potentially try to turn that person. You've completed transfer. Ah, and that was a return to Earth. Okay. Is there any place I can prospect for nobles? That's unclaimed. Sisyphus. And there's a spot on Mars. Oh no, that's claimed. That's not being mined, but that's claimed. Okay. Yeah, so 4.6 a month is what we're going to be starting with, so we're going to send one out here. We can make the transit. Oof. So if we burn hard, we're there quick, but we don't got the fuel for the return trip on that. So we're going to accept that we're going to be slow. So we can get there. Might need to run one of the early fusion drives that are going straight to antimatter. A deuterium tritium drive would probably work for inner system defense.
I have new information.
Okay, I don't need that many contacts of the servants, so we're not going to stop following that one.
We've got some intel on our target.
That's Project Exodus. Okay, so that's the person we need to go say hi to.
The people will come to our side.
Alien red teaming, okay. And apparently I'm very desperate for nobles at this point, so... Molecular benediction... Let's see if I can find... So... What was the descriptor on that? Produce. It's got mines in as well. I'm surprised mines is only coming up with one thing on a full search. Is full search not working? Or am I in the... Ah, I'm on the wrong tree. That makes sense. Oops. Water, volatiles. Okay, we got molecular benefiction. Yeah, that's one of the options. Slag valorization. Okay, it's the other note. So those are our two choices: slag and slag and molecular benefiction. This is cheaper. We'll start on that one. They're gonna go blow up another station. So it's gonna have to let them do. Because I don't want to burn the nobles chasing them. Okay. That's also going to be nobles cost, so we're kind of like consort more nobles, or at least get peace. Okay, we decontaminate. That's nice. That was the situation where we had to nuke ourselves to destroy the alien army, which is good. Yeah, we're just gonna you do what you do. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do.
By the numbers.
And blew our station up. Which I should immediately just go and replace. Found a ring, low Earth. We got the boost, so putting the station up there is not that hard. And somebody should upgrade that station as well, but we're not desperate for that yet. So that is not the life science, that's the climate science one. Battle station, building space. Note that the battle station obviously stopped them. They were happily able to plow through the battle station. And then Life Science Institute. Cost a little bit to build. Then Agriculture Complex. And then I probably want an admin tower if I can afford to build one. So a solar farm. Admin tower. And yeah, I don't have enough to build op centers. That costs 15 up front. And I'm only building the minimum 3 I need to get my planetary bonus back. Which is why there's a lot of empty space areas, because we're just waiting for the nobles to come in to properly fill them out. DeSoto, so that's going to be one of our other sciences, probably. I think those were the 2 new stations, so I just blew up both stations. Gonna wait a little bit. Okay, again, I don't have the fuel to chase them. I'm just gonna have to negotiate some sort of ceasefire, basically. I don't mind them leaving, and they really shouldn't care about me fighting the aliens, but...
Where to?
Okay. So I think you have found the Exos guy. Yes.
Making contact.
Ready for orders.
Okay, India can do some stabilizations. Do some stabilizing missions in
We'll
India.
turn down the heat.
Where to? I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Okay. Confirm assignments, let some time pass.
We'll open a channel.
You think only of your today, and in doing so, threaten all our tomorrows.
Okay, and they don't have nobles, which is a little annoying, because that's why I need to fix everything, but I can negotiate peace. And that shouldn't be that hard to do. I can probably just either throw money or water at them. So truce. And a lot of water, probably. 10,000 water is a lot of water. I can probably round that down or pick up something else in the trade. Can I pick up your metal? Yeah. And your radioactives? No. Okay. Wait, we can pick up the metal, that'll help us with rebuilding. Okay, so we got truce with them. We're still considering conflict, but we got truce. We're gonna want to keep contacting them, trying to butter up to them a little bit. I don't necessarily want to be fighting the pro-human factions, let's say. Which does argue that I should probably get in contact with humanity first. Yeah, that just gives you an idea of how rapidly our stuff is getting torn down. We're already down 4 habs. That I need to figure out what we need to rebuild there, and we won't be able to afford to rebuild most of the stuff right away. Took both life sciences off. Took the energy off. Took the... No, we still got the materials. Okay. So the thing I'm going to try to do, we might not succeed, but we'll try. Oh, and we're about to lose another one, because this one's actually still in bombardment from Exodus. We'll see if they actually keep to the treaty after the truce. Okay, well, let's try to get some sort of defense on these, so they don't just get blown up again. Mainly so they don't get blown up by like the servants or the protectorate. If we've got a truce, the Exodus won't come in. Hopefully. Or at least stop coming in. Oh, that one's still rebuilding. Okay, so we've got energy coming back online. That one didn't get destroyed, although that one may still get destroyed. We'll see if they stop. Now that we've said hi and try to calm them down.
I will help them.
Nope. So we lost another one. We're building with boost instead of nobles.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
So we're blowing through the boost pretty quickly. I had a lot of boost stockpiled up. We had a truce. So, it is what it is. Okay. Did they just immediately turn around and... Well, the Protectorate makes sense, because the Protectorate are just being mean. Yeah, they just immediately turned around and broke the truce. Of course they did.
We've got some intel on our target.
turn them to our cause.
Let me know what to do.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, there's liberating mainland China done. That would maybe work as a temporary solution. But no, I think we probably want to go jump to proper fusion, which means I need a fusion power plant. Gosh, the confinement fusion, the Trident drive shouldn't be too terrible. Okay.
Things are cooling off.
We won't be able to refit the existing ships, but we'll be able to rebuild them. Build new ones, assuming we aren't burning the nobles as quickly.
I am here to address all of humanity. We have suffered through uncertain times since the alien arrival, fighting against a seemingly implacable foe. But we, the Academy, have studied these aliens. They are the product of a tragic history, and they see war and subterfuge as the only means to preserve their species. They do have a dangerous evolutionary adaptation that makes humans servile to their wishes, but we have discovered the means to resist that. We are preparing to send members of our diplomatic corps to the alien base to negotiate a stable, lasting peace. We are not going in defenseless, and we expect them to oppose us on the way, but we are resolved to see this through. Please carry our envoys in your thoughts. They go to save us all.
Okay. Hello, Twitch chatter. I hope I didn't ignore your comment for too long. So I hope you enjoy the game. This is definitely something that, since I've been release canons, the AI has been a little bit better at doing. So the humans are definitely more able to achieve their faction quest line. So I think this is actually the 4th faction to get to the end of the quest line. Well, to be fair, this is one of the stations we were rebuilding. We're just gonna have to accept they're undefended at this point, because I can't, well, I can't even replace them at this point. We got the boost. Till we get the nobles sorted.
Ready for orders. Reaching out.
Your orders? We'll turn down the heat.
Reporting in. We'll open a channel.
Oh, I meant to select
On
that
here.
person. Hey. You go
Making
do that.
contact.
You back to
I'm
stabilizing
here.
in India.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Okay. So let's try that. Try to reach out to factions again. Try to trade for nobles so we can get nobles. Because that's what we need to expand to be able to defend more than one station, apparently. Because, yeah, Exodus wasn't willing to fight our fleet, but the problem is our fleet can't afford to be moving around like that. I don't even think we're full on fuel at the moment. Oh no, we're full on fuel. But this thing gobbles Gobbles and metals. Or gobbles, well, noble metals as well, because we're running, let me pop in and see what these guys are actually running for the drive. Yeah, 90 noble metals per tank, and to go out and defend the station and come back is basically the entire tank. That's the problem. These guys, so... Yep, I can't be chasing them around the Earth defense system, so we're just gonna have to let it burn. Oh, that's not good. That means the problem's getting worse instead of better.
Parasite, you will be crushed like an insect beneath a boot heel.
They're open to selling nobles, although that's only 241. We'll definitely take it. A truce. Maybe some water. Some volatiles. Oh, it might be them trying to sell them something they don't want, right? They maybe don't want the volatiles. Might be more interested in just more water. Also not necessarily talking about money, so I can throw some money at them instead.
Initiating contact.
You think only of your today, and in doing so, threaten all our tomorrows.
Oh, they're not even willing to go to truce. Which is presumably why they promptly broke the previous one. I guess I don't need the metal that badly. I might try to buy using metal. No, actually using money. Let's try to buy some reductors. If they'll even treat with us.
Offering assistance.
We've moved the needle.
Order is returning.
Things are stabilizing.
Government favors. Okay. This is the government version of the criminal quest line. So is the other alternative I could do is build a separate fleet and Earth system for fighting humans. It's probably the best way to describe it. So we could run a less efficient drive and smaller ships. Because what was Exodus probably throwing at us? 1.3k fleet, yeah. Probably what was mumbling around, something around that size. Okay, so our current fleet is too big for defending ourselves sufficiently. Yeah, and it's going to need to be done with the current drives. So we're looking at probably a size 2 ship. Probably run a monitor for anti-human duties. Drives. So the Orions are off the table because they just use too much noble. Light bulb is probably what we're looking for. So we're looking for a light bulb drive. Targeting computer. Magazine. Honestly, we might actually equip these specifically to take habs as well, so we'll put one marine assault unit on these. And then we've only got hull guns on the monitor. Run 1 point defense. And like a couple missiles and a... Run all missiles. Armor, obviously we run adamantine. And then probably not armor very heavy, because we're only going against humans. Or the intent is only up against humans. Maybe go up to 20 frontal armor. Now we'll go 30 frontal armor. Now these aren't burning any nobles to fly, so I can push these around a lot more. And then we'll check Earth intermediate to a low Earth, so we get an idea of what the flight time is. 4.5 hours is actually enough to chase the aliens. These aren't going to hold up as well as our better ships will against the aliens, but this will hold up probably well enough, especially massed against the humans. And we can, well, yeah, we can probably afford to mass these. We can mass up like 30 of these and go chase the humans down with them if they cause problems. If anything, actually, I might run more fuel. Yeah, we could build a derivative with more fuel, and then we could do out to Moon, out to Mars, or something once we're done. I might just revoke access to Earth orbit because at this point I'm not scared of the humans on Earth, and I am a lot more scared of them in orbit. So it might be at time to just kick them out of the orbit. So we're going to save this design, at least for now. That's what we're going to work with. We're going to mass that up, of course. And then for interplanetary, we got to look at something. Going to be. Oh yeah, no, these are not going to do interplanetary. I might be able to go out to the moon. In fact, actually, let's do an example transfer. So you instead, we're looking at a moon. A lunar. And what is the transfer on them to the moon? Okay, so the moon's not a lot of delta V. If we wanted, remember the moon actually being quite a bit of delta V. Or is it the Lagranges, I think, are saying we want to go out to that spot. Well, that's... I guess it's just depending on how far we want to burn. These things apparently don't burn a lot of fuel. Okay. The minimum delta V isn't that high. Okay, so we might actually be fine with just the first version of it. So, Senegal class is going to be being used. And then I think we're going to hide some of the older ones, so we don't get confused when we're trying to build things. Senegal. These are all the new ones that all use the Orion drive. We'll probably actually obsolete all the ones we're not using when we get a better drive for throwing those things around. Isn't the whole point of hiding them so they don't... Oh, the black fin, blue fin are my colony ships. That makes sense. So those are the two inter-system colony ships. Fort Vesta. What is Fort? Oh, because we inherited a station at Fort Vesta. Okay. Thought it got shot up, but apparently it survived. Okay, so we're gonna build like 28 of those. And then those will build up pretty quickly, and then we'll be able to defend, hopefully defend Earth orbit, and maybe get a little grumpy and start taking things from other people in Earth orbit. Yeah, we can afford to build those and afford to fly those. And then we'll leave the big anti-alien fleet sitting at dock. And maybe we may sally it to deal with the aliens, but we don't have the nobles to be flying it for anything short of aliens at this point.
Initiating contact.
Parasite, you will be crushed like an insect.
I think I can reach a truce with you. You already broke a truce as well, did you? Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to bother negotiating for a truce with you. We will negotiate for your nobles, because we're short on nobles. We will pay you for nobles. It's in space already. 10,000's a bit expensive. They'll go down to 9,000. Will it go to 8,000? Yeah, can I push you even lower? It's just... There we go. It's expensive, but we got the money. We're the money faction. We got money.
Reaching out.
If you wish to spend your days squabbling over resources, so be it.
Interestingly enough, I'll buy... Will you sell me boost?
I will help them.
Alien fleet launches are India 5-5. That is annoying. There goes India 5-5. It has long since paid for itself, so I'm not worried about India 5-5 getting destroyed. Oh, and it's so screwed. It's got, I think, tier 1 missiles on it.
Moving in our direction.
Tier 1 torpedoes on it. It's not going to hold up against a proper
Things
alien
are
combatant
stabilizing.
by itself.
Things are cooling off.
Government favors. I can lose the government trait, or I can attempt, and if they fail, they get arrested. That's what it's going to be. Oh, that one doesn't even get me arrested. That's probably the one I'm going to go with, because failure just makes Japan hate us more. It's not quite to the extent of letting one of their top nuclear scientists simply walk out of the country. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, the solar arrays are up. The battle station is not. And actually, this one's built enough that I'm not even gonna bother with it, fixing it right away. We've got other things to fix. We're gonna get the orbital fleet up, and then we're gonna get the basic science going on the first 8, and the defensive modules and stuff. Might start putting space docks on them as well, so we can refuel at locations, so we can fly faster.
Investigating target.
Zushi Sang, not to be confused with...
Ready for my mission.
Oh, that's a different film.
Ready for my
Getting my
mission.
pictures confused.
Ready for orders.
Had that counselor picture in a different run. Granted, it had a couple of counselor pictures in different runs, so that's maybe not saying very much. We got admin, science, maxed on you. Could raise persuasion, but you're not really using it, so I think command's the next thing to raise, just to make you a little bit, make the army of India better. Oh, I suppose we could have been saving up for... No, it's you. Could have been saving for the senior aerospace. Oh well, too late.
Ready to go. Restoring order.
What's the op?
Standing by for orders.
Okay, let's set national policy in China. Or can I not do that? Ah, no. Need that done. I think I need to federate them. Yeah, I need to federate them before I can do the territory transfer, so we're gonna wait until January. Okay, not a rush.
Offering support.
So I think the Resistance is still the only people we have non-aggression pact with. Yeah.
Tracking failed. Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
Oh, the servants kicked them out, so we need to go kick the servants out. Oh, I don't got any aliens running on my territory. Get these guys hunting uniforms again. Yeah, well, I don't have any mega beast running around our nation. We're technically at war with the alien nation, but we don't actually border the alien nation, so that's not a rush. Could potentially ask the alien nation for peace. I forget which side on our side is the war leader in that war. Oh, lots of little ones. East Germany, Poland. Syria, yeah, that would be complicated trying to get peace. And so I think we have to do it nation by nation, which would make it a little slow. Because the only nation could say no at any point, I think. Gulf Union's at peace. It's good to see. Okay, so we're gonna have to get it up to 5.1 before it can unify with Kuwait. That is what it is. Okay.
At your service.
Oh, we got one in Russia that I didn't notice. Let's get rid of that one. That's probably new. Newish.
Taking it to them.
Standing by.
And then we've... Well, I suppose you can come in to do this purge. To get that point back.
Removing our enemies.
And we got a civilized mission going on in
Ready for my
China,
mission.
which we probably don't need. Okay.
Initiating surveillance.
I want the info on them so we can try to turn another servant counselor. See how long that lasts, but we'll try. Actually, I think... What's the public opinion in North Germany? Good enough. Yeah, good enough. And then it is a flawed democracy, so I should probably not do unity there. Instead do knowledge for the moment.
Ready for my mission. We'll make our appeal.
Okay. So in 30 days... Well, no, you're actually worth popping up to. 30 days, a lot of these are actually going to have their battle station up and will hopefully not fall again to humans. I can be wrong, so I'm not going to assume that I am completely true there, but... Yeah, we're going to hold on most of the nobles until we can get the fleet built. Because I need to build the fleet to defend these.
Lending my expertise.
We've got some intel on our target.
Actual loyalty is 1. That will be real easy to inform that it is joining our team. Panic! In Kuwait City. I will happily lose democracy score in Kuwait City for no drawbacks. Okay, first the Senegals is launching. Fleet 320 will be our new, more mobile Earth defense fleet. It won't be able to fight the aliens as well, but that's not what it's there for. I apparently screwed up the powering here. We don't have enough power. That's easy enough to fix. You're going to want to upgrade all the stuff here. I'm actually... Just the op center and this thing is eating too much power. Okay. I guess... Oh, this is Mars. The solar is atrocious here. Even the tier 3 is only getting us 80 each. We'll probably try to swap over to fusion for the orbitals in Mars. Oh, now it's decided to turn the shipyard on? That's fine. Okay. We'll have the power once that's built. That's a solar farm. Actually, there's an argument here. I just do the upgrades while we're thinking about it. Upgrade all of type. So that'll provide the 180 power. So we'll have 300 power spare. We probably want a battle station here to keep the place protected. And I can't afford to upgrade you. Oh no, I can't afford to upgrade you. How much is that going to up the power consumption? And then I need 100 more power, so we need another 2 solar panels. Okay. So we're going to be building fleets at Mars in drips and drabs and one at a time for like the foreseeable future. Oh, and I just spent all my metal that I was going to use on building a fleet at Earth. Oh no, I've got to queue the one up Earth, so we've already paid that metal. That's why the metal's looking so terrible. That would make more sense. That would make more sense. Okay, so with that, we've got enough to build 2 at a time. Could go up to 3 at a time at Mars. Let's go up to 3 at a time at Mars. And we can probably go with the normal farm here because most of this is going to be solar panels. Yeah, the Spaceworks employ a lot of people. Oh, no, we're actually going to have a decent match because each Spaceworks is 400 people. Although I only got enough power to run a farm, so we'll run one farm. Be better than none. Okay. We'll come to the end of the counselor cycle here. And then we're going to head and put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We're definitely running a bit slower because I've run out of noble metals.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
So we're getting... I was actually, to be fair, I was worried I was going to run out of radioactives. It was not what I ran out of. Usually I find in every game, I run out of something. That requires me to rebalance how I'm doing my balance. We were expecting this. We're going to accept the battle. Yep, that was expectation. India 5-5 has finally been croaked. The last of the trio. And to be fair, I could probably rebuild it. That's not a problem.
Good guys.
Troops supporting the initiative has successfully assaulted an alien base in the Kharkiv region in Russia. Air module Ring Core for Dom Henrique Station in Mercury orbit. Okay, so this is another place where I wanted to build another space dock before I realized we were out of metal. Of noble mills specifically. Let's at least get the battle station up so it can defend itself against minor threats. And yeah, this probably wanted to be the shipyard, so it probably wants to run like 5 to 10 spaceworks. We don't have the noble metals for that yet. This one won't have to be running in drips and drabs for the production, though. We can... Oh, I'm looking at one solar panel. We've built one battle station, and we have enough power for 5 spaceworks. So yeah, we can definitely get the 10 spaceworks here in this one station. and then this can serve as the station there. But that's a lot of nobles, so I gotta sort the nobles first.
Our people have taken control.
Okay, we got our point back in Germany. Let's do... Whoops. Yeah, balance. Let's do some environment in Germany. Yeah, so not this cycle, but next cycle, I think we can start handing Chinese territory over to Taiwan. Well, put them in the Federation, then start handing them over. I think we can basically hand over, like, all of China, except for, like, one state to Taiwan. And to democracy. And then, obviously, at some point, we then turn around and hand it all back. Although that would probably be after we fix the government in China, which would be easier to do if you obviously don't have as much China to work on. Yeah. And higher education provides a big increase. Okay. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, I think this is a good place to put a part break in. We went more than an hour here, so it is time for a break for me to get up and take a quick stretch of the legs and sip some tea before we get back to recording. If you're watching on YouTube, part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take that short break, which will be about 3 minutes, and then we'll be back to record more. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.